Hello everyone, this is Zerul, your host for today's episode of this Minecraft Feed the Beast Let's Play. Today we're going to go ahead and work on our Infinite Explosives Part 3, which is, we got to get ourselves a renewable, or at least mostly renewable source of charcoal, or coal. Technically we have tons and tons of coal in storage at the moment, but I wanted to set up something that, again, is renewable. Something that we don't have to worry about pulling from storage. So we're going to do this with a farm. Now, if you look on my inventory bar here, you'll notice I'm missing my sword. Yeah, I was down in the nether. Actually, let me show you what we're doing, what I was doing in the nether here. Oop, jump here. So, our first pump was kind of running out of power. So I went ahead and I went to this area here. Yeah, take a look what our first pump did to this section here. Yep. Now we got all kinds of lag. There we go. Yeah, all of this is just been annihilated here. So I went ahead and set up myself up another lava pump here. And as I was trying to get away from some gas that were blasting at me, I sort of chucked my sword into the fire. And that was a good sword too. So I'll have to build myself something later on. Maybe I'll build a nano saber or something. I've got a feeling that pulling all that lava out is causing quite a bit of lag, but for the time being, we're back to where we're at. So, to recap, we've got the system over here, which takes the igneous extruder, takes cobblestone into a pulverizer, grinds it up into sand and gravel. Sand gets packaged into sandstone, gets pulverized into sand and niter. Niter gets here, sand is recycled, gravel gets pulverized, gravel gets pulverized into flint. And then we've got another section over here that pulls out the various blaze rods, grinds it up into powder and sulfur. The powder gets electrolyzed into sulfur and ash, and there we go. So we basically need twice the amount of niter for every little bit of sulfur. So I might end up duplicating this and doing a second grouping of man, if I can actually think properly here. Pulverize the sand twice there to get more niter, but well, for the time being, we should be okay there. It's running purely at the moment. The electrolyzer is running purely off of this. We've got plenty of power here in that. Whoop, wrong button. So the last thing is, like I said, we need to get some, in this case, charcoal. Now, we're going to go and use one of Forestry's farms. Now, we're not going to use the older style farm. We're going to start working with the newer style farm. Now, NEI doesn't at the moment have recipes for this. You see, click on this. Yep, there we go. And even click on that. We don't have any recipes. So I had to pull these off of the Forestry wiki directly. And what I've done is I've made a series of these crafting patterns. Let me show you what these have. So first off, I got a simple 10 gear. Iron surrounded by 10 gear. Next, we've got our farm block. Now this is one of a series of different stone types: brick, smooth sandstone, smooth brick, that kind of thing, with a tin electron tube, a bit of slab, and some copper. That is our main block. Now we're going to be building the biggest farm we can make, which is a 5x5x4 farm, and it's going to use 100 total blocks. We've got a gearbox. The gearbox is one of these farm blocks and gears. This is what allows us to input power into this. and it's what is going to be allowing it to do automated stuff like, you know, chop the trees down and replant. The valve is what lets you input water to keep it hydrated, because you have to have water going. The control box you're probably not going to use too much. That's going to let you control it with redstone, and the farm hatchery input and output stuff. So let's go and throw all of these in here. Duke, 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 duke. Alright. Next, so we need... Let's see, do we have a accumulator? We should have a lot of accumulators, actually, since that for down. Yep, we got a number of these. So... I got lag? Yeah, there, that's lag. One aqueous accumulator. A couple of water buckets for that. And let's get some liquid ducts. Alright, so that should take care of that. And let's go ahead and make one farm valve. Begin! Check. Alright, so farm valve. And actually, let me show you how these are made. 10 electron tubes are real simple. You set up a thermiotic fabricator. You have 10 in this with redstone. And you have to put some glass here, which turns into liquid glass, and each 4 electron tubes takes up 1 block of glass. So, let's make as much of this as we can. Alright, and that's not going to be nearly enough. We need a total of 100 blocks. So let's grab some tin. Let's grab another stack of tin here. We can use all. We got plenty of that. Grab some redstone. Let's grab another stack of glass. Alright, so 1, 2, that and glass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Redstone, redstone. That should be enough. Let's do another one just to be on the safe side. That should be plenty. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw these in here. Alright, next we need a gearbox to input power. 1 gearbox should be fine. And then we want to just tap into the main power feed, which means a tesseract. So let's go ahead and make one of these. So we get that charging with some ender juice over here. And let's make up a couple things of ender pearls. Let's do another 12. Yeah, this is enough. Magma crucible. Cook. 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 Come on. You can cook it. There we go. Alright, so that'll be cooking up here in a moment. Let's see here. We don't need to worry with controls. We need to make... Let's make 4 hatches. And what do we need that is missing? We need some trapdoors. Alright, let's make a quick pattern for that. Because we make a pattern for everything on this place here. Wood. Pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that it can just do every step of the way. Farm hatch. Alright, so next we want some item tesseracts. So let's go ahead and make 4 more of these things. And let's go ahead and throw this in our cooking machine here. Alright, so let's go throw this over here. So this is going to be power. Energy. Energy. You know what? Let's hold off on the aqueous accumulators for the time being. Let's see if we can do this directly with a liquid tesseract. We should have plenty of water over there. So energy and water. Make it real simple there. Hatches. Let's go ahead and grab the rest of these. And let's make a few item tesseracts. I don't know if we're actually going to need all of these, but it doesn't hurt to have it. Alright, so the 3 tesseracts, that and that. Alright, so next, let's see here, 100. This is going to take a little bit here, so just going to have to do a quick stack of that. And what do we need? Spruce wood planks. Let's see if we can do it with something else. Great wood, oak wood. Let's see if this will work. Actually, let's do this with birchwood. Will it work? Shift click. Come on, cancel it. Odd. It's still not working. Alright, so I need to go ahead and change the pattern here. Farm block. Birch. So let's put this here and tell it 1, 2. Code. And let's see here. Ah, that's what we want to re-encode. 1, 2, 3, encode. Alright, so let's see here. Let's do another stack. There we go, that's working better. I thought it was supposed to actually take out equivalent stuff. Maybe it needs something more specific because of the way we were working that. So 60, 70, 80, 93. Let's do another 10. Good. Alright, and the last thing we need is we need our sandstone. So we need smooth sandstone. So, yep. Let's go and throw all this back in. Alright, and I'll show you what we need this for here. Let's go ahead and reset the time real quick. So basically, the way this is going to work, here we go, is we're going to go and throw this out here in this section. To give you an idea of the type of size of the farm we're looking at here. So the center section will be in here, and then we'll have the farm out on the edges here. So let's go ahead and start out by building the center section here. go and dig the rest of this out. Digging a hole. Alright. Oops, that's too far. That's okay, we'll need to dig down at some point anyway to get below it. Just dig right down to the rock level. Alright, so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, when you are putting these down, well, actually, here, we're going to do this one level up. So, for the time being, we're just going to stick to these. We'll place some of these blocks here in a bit. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, just like so. Actually, what's down here? This sounds like it's near that lava area. Lava, lava, lava! 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, good enough. It's not close enough for us to worry about. Alright, so let's see what the way I want to do this. So anyhow, once you place this block, well, let's finish this up and then I'll explain the rest. I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. Alright, so layer 1. Second layer here. Nope, wrong one. Why did that give me the valve? I want that. Layer 2. Layer 3. And then the fourth layer. And let's see if this will connect. There we go. Alright, so we have our farm. So this is the biggest farm you can get. It is it stretches out from side to side. It's 16 by 16. Or 17 by 17. Now, when you what you do is next thing you do is you lay down blocks of the of telling it which area is going to be defined as the farm. So let's go ahead and dig this section up here since this is not smooth sandstone. And then basically this will plant on top of what you put down. So do we want this flush? No, yeah, so we're gonna leave it like that. So when you're placing this control layer here, this layer can be either below it or can be adjacent to any of the sides going up, but it cannot be on top of it. So you always have that one limitation there. Alright, so let's go ahead and break that. And break that. Next, so let's place this here. So 3, 4, 5. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So what we'll have when we're done is we will have a layer of dirt on top of this and trees growing on top of that. Cool. Now this is a managed farm. By default, this gives you a managed farm, which lets you just plant trees. It plants it and harvests it there. It uses up water and fertilizer, and we're going to go over that in just a minute here. So, again, this is basically predefining for the farm where everything is at. I think this is probably the biggest multi-block structure I've ever seen done in Minecraft. Alright, so 2 sides done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Multi-block structures are pretty cool, though. And the last one. Let's go and scoop all this up here. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let me out! Alright, so we got the 4 sides. Now it's diagonal from here. So it is like that. And that, and then that. I believe that is correct. Let me double check real quick here. And let's see if I can find what I'm looking for here. And yes, that is right. You can use less blocks, but it does waste efficiency when you do that. Alright. This is going to be a really big farm. And like that. We're going to swap out for the gears and stuff in just a minute here. Once I finish this part up. Alright, so we have the farm section laid out. Cool. Now let's go ahead and dive under here. This is actually tying right into our little area back there, so we'll come back to that later. So actually we got far more smooth sandstone than I will ever need. Which is okay. Perfectly alright. There we go. There's what we're looking for. Alright, let's back up one more. That should be plenty of space back here. I got the smooth stone, so sandstone, so let's just go and block this off for the time being. Just to get it out of the way. We'll come back and we'll change this to brick and stuff. Or cobble in our case with our roads. But build with what you got. Build with what you got. Alright. Completely blocked in here. Not quite. Just going to put a dirt there, dirt there, dirt there, light here. And I think we're good. So let's go ahead and open this section up here. So we have access into the base. And we'll come back to that later. Alright, so next, let's put the gearbox here. Oop. Then let's put the valve right next to it. Now, the valve gets the liquid tesseract. It's going to be water. Receive only. Check. Actually, I can't remember if I have exporting on water. Well, I'll go check that in a minute here. Energy. Main energy feed. Excellent. Let's go and throw this dirt in here. I believe dirt goes in this section. Let me double check here what we're doing with trees. Alright, so we got all of that. Hatches. Alright, so let's put the hatches over here. Actually, let's space them out a little bit. Hatches. We don't need no stinking hatches. Hatch, 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 hatch. So we got 4 hatches. We got the water inputting. We've got item tesseracts here. And so, let's see here. Fertilizer. Let's see here. And saplings. Let's see here. Wood. And I don't think I need anything for that at the moment. Just connect that one to the main item feed here, and we'll come back to that later. Alright, actually, let's just pull that back. No, stop breaking. Alright, so we've gotten that all in place now. Alright, so there's the soil, saplings, output. Alright. So, yes, soil goes here, saplings here, output is down here. Let's go ahead and go grab some saplings. Right here. Let's throw all of this in here real quick. So, I went ahead and went crazy at the birch forest. I just sort of deforested a lot of that area there, so we have some birch saplings. Dirt. Alright, next thing is up is fertilizer. Now, basic fertilizer is sand or ash surrounded by sand, apatite. We got some apatite. I don't, alright, so. Fertilizer. I don't know if this does the exact same thing, but I think it does. Let's go ahead and make this up real quick to see what happens. Chili pulverizer. Macerator. What can that be used for? Phosphor dust. Can be used to turn fertilizer into even more fertilizer. Alright, and we can use dark ashes in fertilizer too. Alright, so that's good. So, let's go ahead and go back up to the main base here. And see if this works for us. Alright, so apatite. One apatite. Let's turn that off. Pulverize it. Should turn it into fertilizer. Did we get the phosphor? We did. So now we have 7. Oh, that's just self-sustaining right there almost. Let's go and throw that back in. Turn that back on. And then here is the other output from our electrolyzer here. Dark ashes. Which just duplicate the fertilizer. Just keeps thinning it out. So we've gotten a stack and a half of fertilizer from some residual compounds. Oh yeah, we're doing good. Alright, so let's do one last thing. Let's go ahead and steal one of these little blocks here. I don't know if this will work. But let's find out. Alright. Hello, bat. So we have the liquid tesseract. Farm valve goes here. Nope. Farm valve goes there. And will that fill up? It will not. Right. Can we put that there? No, we can't. So we have power. Maybe this fertilizer may not work. Temperature's fine. I got a feeling this fertilizer is probably not going to be suitable for our needs, but let's see. Alright, so water. The last thing that we need to do... Got an idea. let's go ahead and grab one of these. Let's grab a couple of these here. Don't know if it's actually going to work, but, you know, it won't hurt anything to try this. Alright. Should be fine. What happens if we put a liquid tesseract directly on this block? Turn it to water. Sand only. Water. Sand only. And then on the valve, water. Receive only. Will that fill up? No, it will not. Alright, give me just a minute more to finish this. Let's try. Just to get us going, let's go ahead and just grab some water buckets. I may just revert back to the aqueous accumulator in just a minute here. There we go, water bucket. Water bucket. Ah, trees, 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 trees. So it looks like that's not going to work. Let's go ahead and revert back to the appetite here. I was really hoping that I didn't have to worry about that, but it is what it is. Sand, sand. I guess I should have a crafting table up here. Yep. Sand, appetite, sand is on top. Oh. Well, we have lots of appetite. We have lots of fertilizer now. Let's see if this worked where the other one didn't. Fertilizer. Yep, it requires that type of sand. So, let's watch it in progress here. See, it is taking the dirt and it is filling out around here, because soil is what you use with this. As I thought it was, at least. Come on. Maybe it takes a really long time. Alright, well, I'll be back in a minute once this is all done. Alrighty, so it looks like we got it in place. Now, for some reason, my standard birch trees turned into these forestry silver birch trees, but we got everything going. Let me show you how we got this ultimately set up there. You know what, this is going to annoy me a bit here, but whatever. I'll come back to that later. So, I ultimately had to resort to the normal aqueous accumulator to keep this fed. I've got 2 of them going on with liquid ducts. Keeps this just fine. For power, I've got my one power feed with a couple of these exports here. I don't know if it makes a difference for these, but it's there, so I figured I might as well do it there. Seems like it's keeping it powered just fine. I've got 2 imports, which import fertilizer and dirt. It automatically replenishes its trees when it cuts it down, and then this sucks out anything from the export slot. So it's all automatic now at this point, and here's just a chest I can throw stuff in to get rid of. Like that. So, we've got the farm built. What we're going to do on the next episode is we are going to get the stuff, how should I say? We're going to go ahead and get it so that it's going to crush into. We're going to cook it up, crush it, and then we're going to combine all of these different materials into, well, explosives. So hope you all enjoyed this. If you have enjoyed this, a like or favorite is always appreciated. Tells me that you all enjoy what I am putting together. If you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them in the thread, and I'll be glad to look at them whenever I can. And hope to see you later. So have a great, everyone. Goodbye.